Welcome to the Transformational Soul Show with your host, Ruth Soltman. Are you ready to experience more stability in your life? You can change your life and be who you are meant to be, your authentic self.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Transformational Soul. My name is Ruth Soltman, and I want to welcome you here if you are watching live. Welcome if you are watching the replay. Please like and share the show. I greatly appreciate that. We are streaming live right now on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, and X. I want to thank you so much for joining me this evening, and please, I'd love to chat with you. Say hello in the comments. That would be amazing. I would love that. I invite you to come and check out my website, ruthsoltman.com. It's RUTH, S as in Sam, OL, T as in Tom, M as in Mary, AN as in Nancy.com. And if you go to my website, you're going to be able to find out things about my books, the services that I offer, and the oracle cards that I designed. So go and check that out. There are links on there where you can order directly from my website, and I also attach the links so that you can order the books directly from Amazon if you prefer that. I invite you to come and join the Goldylocks Productions group on Telegram. We have an amazing group on there. It is so interactive. It is so fun. And I highly encourage you to come and be a part of it. You will not regret it. It's just fantastic. We interact all the time throughout the day. And we're able to share a lot of information on there that you might not see on other forms of social media. So come and check that out. We would love to have you. Tiffany did post the link for you. So all you got to do is click that on and you'll take you there and set up your account on Telegram, and then you can join the group. And don't forget to check out the Goldylocks Oracle cards. Energize. They're absolutely beautiful and amazing. And I know you've seen them on at least one of our shows because we all use them from time to time. But you can order your own deck, and then you can pull card daily for yourself and get a great message from me or one of our other amazing show hosts. And don't forget about the Goldylocks Productions online merchandise store. There's so much amazing stuff on there. Beautiful, beautiful designs. So check that out and, place an order for yourself. Also makes a great gift. If you would like to give a tip or donation, you can do that via my Venmo, a Rumble rant on Rumble, or a Super Chatter Super Sticker on YouTube. Your tips and donations are very much appreciated. Thank you very much, Robert, for your donation this evening. I greatly appreciate that. It does help to cover the cost of the show. So know that I'm very grateful if you guys do that. If you do make a donation during the show via my Venmo, please put it in the chat that you made a donation via Venmo so that I can give you a little bit longer message, and you can, you'll be one of the first people that gets a message. I want to wish a very happy birthday to everyone who is celebrating this week. I hope you enjoy your special day. And let's send out some love, light, and energy to all who need it, including Robin McGuire and her son, Carol Ann Carey's daughter, Carrie, G. Brian Benson, Veronica, Kim, Maureen, Brandon, Jamie, and Harley, and to all those who are in need. And we are all in need at one time or another, right? Join us this Saturday. It is the Spiritual Message Circle, 8 p.m. Eastern. For a donation of only $20, you will get a message from each of the show hosts that are available that night. This show is always a lot of fun. Even if you don't want to come and get a message, a paid message, you can join us and watch the show. Then you can see what it's like, and you're going to hear information that resonates with you. So it's a win-win situation. Just come on over and join in on the fun. Now, the following Saturday, the 29th, at 3 p.m. Eastern, Tiffany White Sagewoman, my producer and host of Spiritual Insights on Sunday evenings at 8 p.m., along with Marcia Culver, who hosts Enlightened Heights on Mondays at 8 p.m., and also Robin McGuire, the host of Robin's Cosmic Soul Food on Tuesdays at 8 p.m., are doing a special presentation, Resolve and Release Unstable Family Imprints. If unstable imprints or impressions are not rebalanced and stabilized, health issues can arise. You will be able to share and interact during this presentation. The fee for this class is only $11. And if you want to sign up, what you can do is you can send your payment to the Goldylocks Venmo. $11 to the Goldylocks Venmo account. Make sure that you include your email address in the comments. Now, once your Venmo is received, you will be emailed the private link for the special presentation. If you feel a nudging to attend, please listen to your intuition, because there is a reason for it. You may be the chosen one to heal generations of dysfunction and issues. And remember that when you heal past generational issues, you heal future issues as well. Hello, Devin. Welcome. Good to see you. So if you feel that kind of nudging, or you think, wow, that sounds kind of interesting, or you're having some family issues and conflict, then I urge you to sign up for that. Hello, Laura. Nice to see you. So glad you could be here. So I know we've all been talking about this for weeks and weeks and weeks, and probably months and months, but the energy is still very intense, and it's still up and down, up and down. So just ride with it. Continue to stay hydrated. I'm not going to talk a lot about the energy. We all, know what's going on. We're experiencing it a lot lately. The Schumann was at 63 for days, and now I believe it dropped down into the 40s. So the energy is really intense. Yes, it's 43 right now. So do notice what you're feeling. Like if you're going throughout your day and suddenly you get this different feeling, or all of a sudden you feel your energy levels drop really low, or you feel really tired all of a sudden, or the opposite. Check out the Schumann resonance, see what the number is, and start seeing a correlation between how you're feeling with what the number is, and see what you can figure out for yourself with your body. Because it's really kind of interesting. It's very interesting, really. Now, we all know that we came here with a purpose, right? It wasn't just a random incarnation. We came to Earth with a mission. Now, when our human body is born, we get this kind of like amnesia. And it's kind of like all of our memories of where we came from and why we're here, what we plan to do, they all kind of get buried inside of us somewhere. And little by little, over time, many of us remember. We remember why we came to this earth, the reason that we are here. Picture an egg, okay? All of your memories are stored inside of that egg. And little by little, as the shell begins to crack, things begin to leak out. You could get a nudging to do a specific thing. You could see a vision of, what you're supposed to do. You could just have this knowingness about what needs to be done. But somewhere along your journey, you will begin to remember all these things that egg's going to start to crack, and all that stuff that's inside is going to start leaking out. So pay attention to everything. Pay attention to, because signs are all around you all the time. But a lot of times we're not paying attention, so we miss them. So be mindful of everything. Everything you hear, everything you see, everything you feel. Just be very mindful. Now, even though you don't remember your purpose or reason for coming here, your higher self remembers. Your team of, your spiritual team of angels and guides and ancestors, they all know, right? Because they were assigned to you to help you on your path. You sat down with them before you came here and, mapped out what you wanted to do, what lessons you wanted to learn. So they helped you plan all of that. So reach out to them, ask them for help. They are here to assist you. They are here to assist you. Now, we all have individual specific purposes, but we also have a collective purpose as well. Now, our collective purpose would be to help others wake up to the truth of who they are, to heal humanity, to raise the collective vibration, to spread love and kindness. I know that sounds like a lot. It sounds like an enormous task, but do you know what? We do that just by being who we are, just by being ourselves, just by being ourselves, by healing ourselves, by dealing with our issues, by raising our own vibration, by being loving and kind to ourselves. Now, others see all this. They see who we are. They see how we are, and they do take notice. We are an example to all. Even people that you don't know, they will feel your energy. Our energy is so powerful. It affects everyone that we come in contact with. Now, people can sense us and feel us even before they see us. You can sense other people and feel other people's energy even before you see them. You can be in a room full of people and you get this feeling just as someone's coming in the room, but you haven't even seen them yet. But you can feel a change in the energy. So we all feel that our energy affects everyone else's energy. Now, if people aren't paying attention or they're not mindful, they're going to miss out. That's why it's important to be paying attention. It's very important to be paying attention. A lot of times we get busy though, right? And we just go on about through our day, not really noticing a whole lot of things. Have you ever, say you're going to the store and maybe it's like, 10 miles away and you're just driving and driving and driving. And it seems like it's been, 2 minutes in the car and you're already there. And you think, how did I get here? I don't remember passing this or passing that. A lot of times, we do things so automatically that we don't think about them when we're doing them. That's why it's really important to remember to be mindful and pay attention. Because how many times have you walked out of the house to leave somewhere, get in your car and think, oh crap, did I lock the door? Did I turn my, curling iron off? Because we do those things automatically all the time that we're not mindful of when we do them. They're just automatic, like our breathing. We don't usually pay attention to our breathing, but we're breathing all the time. It's an automatic thing. So be mindful of everything, because there's signs everywhere. We bring specific gifts with us to this earth to assist with our individual missions. Now, these are all intertwined with our collective mission. Okay, while we are here to assist others in waking up to the truth of who they are and healing humanity and raising their vibration and spreading love and kindness, we can use our individual gifts to complete that mission. Maybe we reach others through our music, through the melody or the lyrics. It touches someone's soul. It is familiar. It makes them remember something. Maybe we reach others through our words or acts of kindness. Maybe we reach others through our artwork. There's a lot of different avenues, but we all have something to share. We all have something to bring to the table. Every one of us. If you don't feel like you do, then you just haven't remembered it yet. Because you hear people all the time, they'll say, I don't know what my purpose is. I'm not good at anything. People talk about having gifts all the time, but I don't have any. I guarantee you, you do. You did not come here empty handed. You came here with all the tools that you need to succeed in this earth school. Everything. It's there. It's just waiting for you. When you do remember or start to remember, it's really going to empower you like never before. Like nothing else has ever empowered you this much, ever. And you will have the mindset of being on a mission. You heard that expression, oh, he's a man on a mission, because he's very focused. He's very centered. He knows what he's doing and he's getting it done. Because things will be getting done and things will be happening. Things will happen and they will happen so fast. It's almost like, everything is just thrown right onto your path and it's just smooth sailing. Have you heard? Okay, so how many times have you heard this? The answers you seek are within you. Now, we all bring all of this knowledge and experience with us into this lifetime. Yes, it is locked away, and it is our job to unlock it so that we can utilize that stuff, so that we can remember that stuff. Because we have lifetimes of knowledge and experience inside of us. So what you might think you're looking for out there, you already know. You just don't know you know. You don't realize you know yet. Many times when we meditate, we hear the answers that we are seeking. So be quiet and listen, because all will be revealed in divine order and in divine timing. So keep working on your healing. Keep empowering yourself. Everything will begin to fall in place very soon. And the exciting thing is, change is coming. Change is coming. And I know that probably scares some of you because some of you don't like change. But I will tell you that it is for our best and highest good. It is for our best and highest good. The changes that are coming, in our lives are going to help us to grow. They're going to help us to evolve. They're going to help us to heal and be better people, be better human beings. And as we do that and we send out that energy, right? Because it raises our vibration when we heal. It raises our vibration when we send out loving thoughts. And that is felt by all. It's kind of like if you looked at, you're out in space and you look at the earth. The earth is all lit up from all of the light that we are shining. And it's everywhere. It's not just in this one little pocket here, this one little pocket there. It is spread all over. And it just glows. It just glows. And the more that we send it out, the more we reveal that light in ourselves, the brighter it gets, right? The brighter it gets. The more we empower ourselves, the more we peel those layers off of the stuff that's been put on us that's not even ours. When we get to the core of who we are and realize that we are love, and we're sending that out as well, we are just lighting up the world. The whole universe, the whole entire universe. And it spreads just like wildfire. And it lights up every corner where there is darkness. Well, where there isn't light, let's put it that way. It lights up all those areas where there isn't light. So, the more that we do that and we keep raising and raising the vibration, it's helping so many people to heal. So many people everywhere. And it's helping people to wake up to their truth. Think about when you started waking up to your truth, how it was like it was pretty earth shattering to realize that so much stuff that we thought was us, wasn't. So many things that we believed all of our lives were not true. And that can be very um, earth shattering, can really shake you to your core. But that's a good thing because, it's like you shake that coconut tree and anything that doesn't belong there falls out, right? Falls out. Those are really big, sturdy trees. But you shake that tree, any tree, and the stuff that falls out of this is the stuff that doesn't belong there. So when we get rattled to our core, think of yourself as like this big giant building, and there's an earthquake, and it's just shaking and shaking, and all the stuff that does not have a good foundation just kind of crumbles down. But then what happens after that? You rebuild, and you rebuild on a foundation of truth and love. And then you build yourself back up. You discover or rediscover or remember who you really are. Laura said, so many people are really being challenged at this time to rise above. Yes, yes, very true, very true. Um, and I know there's people out there that they don't understand this energy. They don't understand this up and down stuff. And it can probably seem scary if we didn't know what was going on and didn't understand it and know, what the signs and symptoms are of how it relates to our bodies. We might think all sorts of things. So there's people out there who don't have a clue, who are reacting very badly or negatively. It's because what it's doing is it's bringing stuff to the surface that needs to be healed so that it can be released, so that it can be transmuted into beautiful light and love. So it's kind of like, you have a sore on your arm and you keep scratching and scratching and scratching. It really hurts, but you can't stop scratching it. It's that itch that you just can't stop scratching. And as all this stuff is coming up to the surface, people that haven't done any healing work, it's bringing up anger. It's bringing up anger issues. It's bringing up a lot of, pain for them, a lot of, it could be, a lot of different negative, what we would call negative emotions. And if they don't start working through those, well, that's not going to be good. But you can see there is a lot of anger out there, and you can just see that on social media. Go on anything, any day, somebody will make a post of something, and then if you go and maybe it's someone you don't even know, it could be a public post or whatever, and then read some of the comments. People just like start lashing out at each other for like absolutely nothing. And you almost have to sit there and laugh because it's so ridiculous. However, in these messages, you can feel their anger, you can feel their pain, and I think they don't know how to work through it or release it, so they just lash out at other people. I mean, I've seen comments as ridiculous as somebody misspelled a word in their post. And, they would call them names and just all sorts of stuff. So there's a lot of people out there that are having a difficult time. And these are people that we need to send love and send light to. This is our job. This is what we need to be doing. How else are we going to help them? Because if you really watch some of these comments, there's no trying to talk to these people. There's no, well, maybe you should look at it this way. There's none of that. You can just feel full-blown anger, full-blown rage, and it's not really necessarily directed at a specific person. That's how a lot of times you can tell, or they'll direct it at a total stranger for like absolutely no reason. So just send out lots of love and light. If you see something like that, you know that person is hurting. You know that person is in need of some love and some light. So just send them out some of that beautiful energy. Now, maybe they are not open to it. Maybe they are. It doesn't matter, because their higher self will either accept it or not. And that is their choice. But as long as you send it out with the intention of just sending out love and light, not anything specific, trying to control their behavior or anything like that, that's really going to help them. Plus, when you send that out, it goes out to everyone. So keep that in mind. Have you guys noticed a difference in the energies lately? Tomorrow is officially the first day of summer. So I think it's tomorrow, June 20th. I believe that's correct. My throat feels very dry for some reason today. I will say that I've noticed weird things in the weather. Is that energy related? I don't know. But I have noticed that. I have noticed just in my neighborhood, it's a lot quieter. It feels a lot calmer, a lot more peaceful. So I don't know if that means like somebody moved or what, because all the kids are out of school now, and there's just such a very peaceful, calm feeling, which is really wonderful. I'm not saying that usually it's like crazy or anything, but it's usually, a lot of people around. It's kind of noisy. Our street, we get a bit of traffic. And one thing I have noticed is that it's a lot quieter, which, I like that because it's calmer, it's more relaxing. So I enjoy that. And today we had a little bit of rain, which dropped the temperatures. Because when I got up this morning, it was only 77 degrees. It was so pleasant to sit outside and drink my morning coffee. It was just amazing. I don't remember the last time it was 77. It's been a long time. So, and summer hasn't even officially started. So I think it's going to be a pretty warm one. So is there something specific that you guys feel that you are being called or nudged to do, a direction that you're being called in or nudged towards? If there is, please share in the comments. I would love to know. That would be amazing. And Heather Hunter, if you are watching or listening, or you're watching or listening to the replay, I have a question for you. I want to know if you sent me a message on Facebook Messenger. The reason I ask is because I've gotten some weird messages from different people lately. And before I respond, I just want to make sure that it's you. Because I know people get hacked all the time and everything like that. And I didn't have any other way to contact you to ask you. So if so, please comment on here so that I know. I would appreciate that. Because we all do that, right? Get some really strange, bizarre things. Now, I have noticed a few changes on social media that I may not be very excited about. I have noticed that a lot of times I will see something pop up. It says, so-and-so accepted your friend request. But they are not a person that I sent a friend request. So I feel like these sites are doing these things, on our behalf. I've also found that sometimes you can look at like a meme will pop up, and if you click it on, you automatically then are liking their page. And And because I found this with a few different ones where it'd be like a really, really beautiful meme. So I click it on and I'm looking at it. Maybe I shared it. And then the next thing they post is something like that. I'm like, who is this? I have to go check out this page because I know I did not sign up for it. So it the social media forums are seem to be doing that for us. I have a lot of people on social medias, not going to say which ones or anything, that during 2020, and I know that's when everyone was home and pretty much everyone was online all the time because they had nothing else to do. But I had a ton of friend requests back then. And a lot of those people that maybe I added, or maybe people, because occasionally, it's very rare, but occasionally I'll send out a friend request, but it's not that often. And when I get one, I like scrutinize their information, because you all know this, we get tons and tons and tons of those fake ones, right? Those fake profiles drives me crazy. I block them as soon as I see them. But I had tons and tons from 2020, and as I've been going through slowly through my friends lists and looking at each one if I didn't recognize the name, because there's a lot of people that I do interact with, a lot, and every single person that like I didn't recognize who they were, we never shared any information. They were all people that were added in 2020. So needless to say, I've been deleting a lot of those. I talked last week about how I've been deleting a lot of old emails and going through that stuff. And I guess that's kind of like my computer, or my, I don't know, social media and computer spring cleaning, because I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better. I highly recommend it. I used to think, back in the day, and we probably all did, wonder how many friends I can get on blah, 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 or blah, blah, blah. But then you get to the point where you just feel like that's kind of dragging you down. I don't know if I'm really explaining it right, but I like the feeling of, and it's always been this way for me. When I get on social media, the only thing in my feed is positive stuff. Positive stuff. I don't have any, negative stuff that people post, because I don't, keep those people. If they were to post something like extremely negative, well, they're gone. Because who needs that? None of us do. We need to be uplifting others. We need, social media. Back in the day, when my kids were little, when we first heard about this going online stuff, I was terrified. I mean, this is so many years ago. My kids were very young. And I thought, this is going to be so dangerous for kids, because first of all, they don't know what they're doing. None of the parents knew what they were doing back then, because this was new to everybody. And, I was like, they could get into so much trouble. Oh, this is just, people approaching them, and kids don't know how to handle that. Well, I know that's still an issue today. However, so much good can be done through this form, these forms of social media. We could spread messages to people that we didn't even know existed, right? And when we spread those messages of love and light, and posting things that uplift people and empower people and inspire people, what a huge difference that makes. There's a lot of people that, maybe they're older, or they're people who can't get out, and so they're at home. Hello, Melissa. Nice to see you. Hello, Sam. And they're people that can't get out, or they don't have a lot of friends. Maybe they're elderly people who just, there's just them, and they don't have a lot of family, or maybe even any family. And maybe they don't even have neighbors that are close by. And their only form of contact with others is social media. Think about how much you brighten their day, by what you post. People don't realize how powerful social media is. It's very powerful in each direction. So we have to be mindful of stuff and, things that go on. Just like when you get those fake people that, send you friend requests. More than anything, those are just annoying. Then you have those ones that'll post, oh, I couldn't pass this up without letting you know, blah, 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 blah. And I tried to send you a friend request and it was rejected. Really? Where does that ever happen? And sometimes I just feel like getting on there and saying, you're full of crap because that isn't true. They don't reject, your friend requests don't get rejected. That's just ridiculous. but I don't. I just delete them and block them every single time. It just kind of gets annoying sometimes. And then there'll be those people that get hacked and somebody will post something on their page, you thinking it's them, then you click it on and it's a virus or it takes you to something else or whatever it is. I mean, it can be a mess, but it can be such a powerful tool to spread love, light, joy. When I was a kid, I loved going to my grandma's. And she had this next door neighbor, Miss Teresa. And her husband was gone. Like, I never even knew he existed. That's how long it had been. And she had a son who maybe was over there maybe once every couple months or whatever. And she lived by herself and she had a dog. And so, she was probably lonely. And when we'd go to my grandma's house, we'd color pictures and take them to her. Or sometimes we'd pick little flowers, not even like the real flowers, but the ones that some people would call them weeds, but we would pick them and we would take them to her. And like, it would, like, her whole face would light up. Like it was the most amazing thing. It was like we brought her a bouquet of roses from the flower shop or something. It meant a lot to her because she was alone and she didn't have a lot of interaction with anyone. When I was older, my first job I worked at St. Joseph's Home for the Aged. Now, it wasn't a nursing home. It was for people who just couldn't live alone anymore, I guess. I think it would be more like an assisted living is now. But this was back, in like a long time ago. And I worked in the kitchen. We prepared meals and, we served them out in the dining room. Well, after a while, I realized that one of the people that lived there was an aunt to my grandma's neighbor, Miss Teresa. She was the sweetest lady. I would go there on the weekends when I was off of work, and I just go visit with her. And these people, it's sad when you go there because a lot of them don't have visitors and they're very lonely. They have activities for them to do things together. Yes, Laura, that's the one on Cadu and Harper. Yep, I was 15. My best friend's mom worked there, and she got my friend and I both a job there. Oh, I loved working there. It was pretty cool. But it was a great experience. So many people, so many other countries, they have like the utmost respect for elderly people. Yep, you are right. And this country, I don't feel like we do at all. But they're so full of wisdom. They're so full of wonderful stories. And it was just so much fun to go there and, spend a couple of hours there. And I know that makes a difference in someone's day. So we can spread our love and our light in so many different ways. We just have to do it. What I would like to do is I would like to give some messages. So, Robert, thank you very much for your donation. I have you first on the list. Whoop. So I will do yours first. Yep. And there was this, I think it was run, I want to say it was run by some nuns, Laura. I'm pretty sure. And I just remember this one. Oh, I can't remember what her name was, but she was a little tiny thing, and she was just so adorable. Yes, for all of you who have never been to Catholic school, there are some very nice nuns. It's not everything that you see with them, hitting you with a ruler and everything. But she was just absolutely an adorable, adorable, sweet little lady. Okay, Robert. See, this is very funny, but Laura and I both grew up in Detroit. We didn't know each other or anything, but I don't think we were super far from each other. And I actually went to the same high school as her brother, but we didn't know each other. You went to Regina High. Isn't that the one that was attached to St. John Birchman's Catholic school? I can't remember. I want to say it was on Lenox and something, but I can't remember for sure. I'm pretty sure that was Virginia. Was it an all-girls school, Laura? Oh, and what am I thinking of? I don't know. But the school I went to was St. John Birchman's. It was that they had a church, and then in the school, and then they had a high school attached to it. I could have swore it was Regina, but I don't know what it was called, because I didn't go there. But how crazy! You were all angels. I'm sure you were. Okay, Robert. The first card I got for you is Stone People. And this is about being vigilant. This is about standing your ground. So, stand your ground. Stand in your truth. Be who you were meant to be. Do all that you were meant to do. And reflect on your truth. Do you know all of the truth of who you are, Robert? Because, it can be very vast, it can be very complex, or it can be very simple. Do you know, have you, come to terms with all the things that you believe about yourself, about your world, about life? Or are you still hanging on to a lot of stuff that was put on you that doesn't even resonate with you anymore? You need to be able to stand very firm in what you believe so that you can have that solid foundation. Your cousins went to St. John Bertrand's. Yep, that's where we went. Went to church there every weekend. My dad was a commentator. The place is pretty huge. So I hope that resonates with you, Robert. Oh, what's this? That is so crazy. And Devin. Devin is next. Oh, Devin. Devin. Okay, Devin, your card says DNA, karma. Now, what I feel for you is that your karma is coming. Now, karma, a lot of people will use that as, oh, I can't wait till karma gets you. And a lot of people think it's a negative thing. It's not. It's all about getting back what you put out there. So all that good that you've been putting out into the world, Devin, is ready to come back to you. And you deserve it. So don't ever think that you don't deserve the good that's coming to you, because you do. So be open to it, because things can come to you in many different ways. This is your wake-up call, Devin. Pay attention. Okay? Know that all this stuff that you have been doing, all of these beautiful thoughts that you have been putting out there are on their way back to you. So good for you. Hello, Sarah. Nice to see you. You're welcome, Robert. Okay, I wrote Sarah down. Now we got Laura. What do we have for Laura? Okay, Laura, look at this. Lightning and power. And I feel like, and you are so powerful. So powerful. You're more powerful than lightning. You're brighter than lightning. What I feel for you is that things are transpiring for you to become even more empowered in your gifts, more empowered in how you relate to things. I hope that makes sense to you. But I feel like you are also either embarking on or starting to remember or realize some new gifts that you have, in addition to the ones that you already know about. And it's really exciting when we discover new gifts or we expand our own. And that's a very empowering feeling as well. So know your power, stand in your power, and don't ever let anyone take your power. And imagine solutions. There's always a solution. There's always a silver lining. There's always, everything is possible. So sometimes if we have a situation, it's hard to see things the way they really are while we're in the situation. But if you step back outside of it and look at it as if you, from a different perspective, as if you were an observer, not an active participant, but an observer, because then everything looks completely different, and it can help you get a better perspective on whatever the situation may be. So I hope that resonates with you, Laura. Okay, Richard. Let's see what we have for Richard. Okay, Richard, your card says full moon, and this is all about completion. So I feel like some things in your life are coming, maybe, I don't like to say coming to an end because that can sound a little bit scary in a way. People don't like to think of anything as ending, right? But it's coming full circle. Things are coming to completion. Things are being done, accomplished. So good for you. That's exciting news. And forgive and forget. Now, we don't forgive people to give them, like getting a get out of jail free card in Monopoly. We forgive people because that's what's good for us, and that benefits us, and it's for our best and highest good. Doesn't mean things didn't happen. It just means that they are not controlling us anymore, that we can move past it. Now, sometimes people are not willing to forget about things, but it's important because that's the only way you can release it and let it go, is to forgive and forget. So I hope that resonates with you, Richard. Laura says, oh, what a beautiful message. Thank you very much. You're very welcome, Laura. Thank you for being here. Now let's see what we have for Sam. Oh, that's interesting. So while everyone is here, because I know in the beginning, sometimes doing messages when people, it takes a couple minutes. There's a little bit of a delay before people are on and stuff. So I want to just remind you of something here. If I can find my note here on it. Okay, and it's about that special presentation on Saturday, June 29th at 3 p.m. Eastern with Tiffany, White Sage Woman, Marsha Culver, and Robin McGuire. And it's called Resolve and Release Unstable Family Imprints. So, like I had said earlier, if you feel like, wow, that for some reason that's grabbing me, or um, I feel nudged to do this. It's $11, and you can go back and listen if you missed it in the beginning, and it tells you exactly how to sign up. Or right there, Tiffany put it up on the screen. Um, but if you're being nudged or feel like, that sounds really interesting, there's a reason for it. So I really urge you to, because you have no idea the healing that can take place for you and your family and your past generations and your future generations. And Sam, the card I got for you is about ancestors and generations. Look at that. So I feel, oh, you're welcome, Sarah. So I feel like your ancestors are right there with you, Sam. They are just, they're there with you. They're there for you with all of your angels and guides and your entire spiritual team. And they're all there to help you. We don't always think about our ancestors being with us in spirit. We might tell stories about them or things that have happened, but we don't always think about them being with us in spirit. But think, okay, I'm sitting right here. My parents, my grandparents, all my aunts and uncles, all of them are like an army behind me, like an army. So think about how strong that makes you feel, how empowered that makes you feel. And embrace your power, Sam. Embrace your power. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid to embrace your power. We all have so much power. But a lot of times it can be frightening, that we're going to use our power in, a negative way or in the wrong way, or, something like that. Don't be afraid of your power. So I hope that resonates with you, Sam. Melissa. Let's see what we have for Melissa. Okay, winter solstice says reflection. And I feel like they're wanting you to reflect on where you have been, to reflect on where you want to go. Think about how different your life is right now, Melissa, than it was 5 years ago or 10 years ago. There's just something so calming and soothing about that picture. And it kind of almost puts you in a meditative state in a way. So I feel like they're really wanting you to just look back and see how far you've come. Be very proud of the person that you are and of all the things that you have accomplished. Because like so many people, you have overcome a lot of stuff. You have healed a lot of stuff. And now you're helping others to do that. So just reflect on that. Be so very grateful for all the progress you've made, all the help that you have given, and express your joy. Express your joy. And if anybody has ever watched Melissa's show, Joyful Findings, they would know that she does that on a weekly basis on her show. She is a very joyful person, a very happy person. And Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we have Goldylocks Productions has a show every night. And a couple times a month on Saturdays. So if you haven't checked them all out, I urge you to do that. Let's see what we have for Sarah. And this Saturday we do have special spiritual message circle. Oh, Sarah, this is a nice card. It's the ocean, ebb and flow. The ups, the downs, the ins, the outs. Just go with the flow. I know sometimes it can be so hard to do because we want to accomplish something maybe like right now, and a couple of things are getting in our way, or we might be too impatient sometimes and get in our own way, of course. But just relax, go with the flow. It knows where to take you, it knows where it's going. So just relax and enjoy it. And how funny. The other card is let go and enjoy. So do that. Just let go of the need to control the situation. Let go of the need for things to happen sooner than they're going to, because it's all in divine timing and it's all in divine order. And everything is happening for you exactly the way it is supposed to. So remember that, Sarah. Keep that in mind. When you don't go with the flow, that's like trying to swim upstream. And that is not an easy thing to do at all. Well, you're welcome, Melissa. That is not an easy thing to do. You're just constantly fighting it. So instead of doing that, just kind of relax, let go, just float down the river. And when you do that, then you're able to enjoy things more. Sarah said, I love those messages and reminders. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Okay. If I missed anyone, please let me know. I have a card for Tiffany. And this is a beautiful card. It's the forest. And it says breath. That's just beautiful. And it's a really pretty green. Wow, a bunch of different greens. How interesting. And what I feel for you, when like the immediate feeling I get of being in a forest, it's cool. It's calming. There's so many different kinds of nature, right? Because we have the trees, we have the grass. There's usually water. Of course, there's insects. There's dragonflies. There's birds. There's flowers, usually. Not always, but usually. And every once in a while, you'll see a deer go by. It's just take time to breathe and to enjoy the calmness. That's what I get. Enjoy the calmness. Because I feel like sometimes your life can be pretty crazy and busy and chaotic. And just enjoy that quietness and the calmness. And I know you do this. Count your blessings. Yes. And, when we count our blessings, we're in the moment. It helps us to be in the moment. And that's where we want to be, right? So I hope that resonates with you. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I greatly appreciate you. I love each and every one of you. And I wish you a wonderful, wonderful week. And I will see you back here next week, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I love you all. Good night, everybody.